It is now Sunday. Like I said, we're going to be heading out. Running a little farther behind than I planned on. It's almost 1 o'clock, but not a big deal. I'm still not going to be able to leave until they get the camper staged. So I'm hoping to be out of Goshen by 10:30. So if that's the case, then I should be able to deliver Tuesday by midday and then get out of there before they get their system coming through. Because I think it was late Tuesday night or early Wednesday morning they're talking that Arctic front that's moving south, that's bringing us all of our storms, is actually going to go all the way down there. And then I think it's late Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, if I remember right. They're supposed to be getting down into like 34 degrees. They're talking about a chance of freezing rain and stuff down there. But yeah, I was just checking out like the national forecast, and it's kind of a diagonal from basically Chicago to Phoenix is what they're showing right now. Everything north of that line, they're talking about that Arctic air moving south, connecting with a couple of fronts coming through that have a bunch of warm air and moisture. So I said a lot of the U.S. could be seeing some freezing temps and freezing rain and all that stuff. So the weather's just going to be the issue this week. The weather's going to pretty much dictate on where I'm going to go or what I'm going to do. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, if it's going to stay a little farther north and it's not going to get all the way to Indiana, I may drop this in Denton and then actually head back up and grab another load. So that would put me at like Thursday, Friday. We'll see how the weather's doing, because they're talking another system moving through here. The second system moving through like Iowa, where I live, on Thursday, Friday. So we'll just kind of see how it goes. I might take something kind of maybe to Minneapolis or Colorado or something like that, and then I'll just come home for the weekend and then go deliver that like on Monday. But like I said, it's all going to be weather dependent. It seems like it's changing pretty much every day, and what they say one day is different the next day. So we're just gonna see where the weather takes us, I guess. If we get what we're gonna get, I can't imagine. Like I said, my youngest has got 2 wrestling meets this week, so I can't imagine they're gonna have either one of those if we get the ice and wind and stuff like that are talking in the snow. So I might not actually be missing out on a whole lot. So this is just gonna be, we're gonna wait and see what the weather does kind of week. Yeah, so we got that load going to Denton. I called on it late Friday afternoon, so they weren't going to get staged till Monday morning. So we're just going to get out, head to the Amish Walmart for tonight. I'm going to get some meals and whatnot that I can throw in the microwave for the week. Get some stuff there that we need, some anti-gel just in case it does get super cold. So we're running low on that, and it's cheaper there than it is at the truck stops, obviously. So yeah, we're just going to make it to Walmart tonight, get some supplies for the week, and see what the week hands us, I guess. Alright, we're all loaded up. Got 2 of these 19-foot bunkhouse Kingsport. They're going to Denton, Texas. So we're watching the weather. Let's check it out a little bit more last night. And it doesn't really sound too good down there. They have me scheduled for a Wednesday morning delivery, but said if I can make it earlier, like if I can make it there Tuesday before they close, they're willing to take them. So that's a bonus. So it's going to be cutting it close. I'm going to get on the road here pretty quick and not do too much messing around. But on these, they're talking some like 20-mile-an-hour wind. So this is what I was talking about before. I'll just wrap a strap over the bumper, and then it holds them quite a bit more stable, so not rocking so much. Just easier to drive, I guess. So yeah, we got one on each camper. I don't put them overly tight. You don't want to pull down too hard and then start putting upward pressure on the front of the camper. So I just kind of squat the camper down about 1 inch or so, and then I'll just kind of wiggle on the front hitch just to make sure it's not awful light up there. But it's pinned, it's chained. I might actually throw a strap over the tongue yet, but these little guys are really light, so they move around a lot. I took a set of these down to they move in the wind a lot. That was actually the load that in Arkansas, in Arkansas, I think it's on, I don't exactly remember what road it is. Is it 55? 55 runs through Arkansas? I'll have to look on the map. I can't remember which interstate I was on. But they got like cuts in the interstate where they're doing some patchwork, and it is rough, and it's just bang, 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 bang. And it actually, the little flap underneath the ball that locks the ball on, it actually bent that, and the camper bounced up, and the chains is what saved the front from going up. I mean, the tires and everything was strapped down, but that's one of the reasons. I mean, you put the chains on just as one more safety feature. But yeah, I had to pull over and use a bottle jack and some boards to lift the camper up to get it back over onto the track, and I got it back on the ball, but since that was bent, it wasn't latching on there anyway, so I wrapped a strap over the tongue and pulled down hard on that. I never got any driver damage or nothing like that out of the deal, so never heard anything, so I don't know what to say about that, I guess. Then I'll walk over here in a minute. We got that new gate in. So this is the gate that I had taken out. They put in this thing. It's awful spendy for $4,100. The lady says it's a temporary gate, so yeah, it's gonna get replaced, but they told me the concrete's cracked. There's no crack in the concrete. They actually put the new post inside the old post in the ground yet, and then just stuck a wedge in there to tighten it up. But it's the same gate that I hit is what's in there now. This is like a foot too long, so it overlaps. So they have to get the actual gate installed. I don't know. I mean, I'm only paying the $1,500, but even I think $1,500 is too much for that gate. It's been a while since I've done that stuff. But like I said, the people that I talked to in Sioux City last week about the gate, they just kind of were silent for quite a while before he even said anything when I told them what they priced us, or what they priced Dynamic. So yeah, I guess I pay the first $1,500. Dynamic pays the rest, but I guess I don't know what they're thinking. It's just one of those mind-boggling things. You'd think they'd be kind of looking into that if, you know, I don't know. Anyway, that's enough of the gate. I'm done talking about it. It just baffles me. So we are going to get into this mud hole. Yesterday on my way up, it was pushing. Well, actually, I think I did cross 60 degrees. I think I hit 61 by Walcott. And I think it was 55 last night. I parked and went to the Amish Walmart and got there about midnight. So I got over here about 10 o'clock. Had to wait for them to get the campers staged up anyway. So I got over here about 10 o'clock. I left Walmart at 10 o'clock. And I think it's right at 11:30 now. So we're loaded up. We gotta get checked in by security, or checked out, I guess. And get on the road and see where we're making tonight. Gotta stop and get some fuel yet. We'll see what the weather brings. So it sounds like they keep moving it farther and farther south every time I look at it. So I don't know. Went to Walmart and got some groceries just in case I get stuck at a rest area or something like that for 2 days or 3 days or whatever. I don't know. So, but we'll get on the road and we'll see you later. we made it to Williamsville, Illinois. I'm doing my 30-minute. The wind is getting pretty howly. I don't know if you can hear it over the microphone or not, but it's blowing about 15, gusting around 30. So it's starting to rock and roll a little bit. Them straps I put on the back are doing pretty well with holding the camper stable. It's not rocking and rolling like it usually does. So I think tonight's plan is we're going to try and get to Springfield, Missouri, and get fuel there and probably just park it for the night if this wind doesn't calm down. I got 6 hours left on my log, and Springfield's about 4 hours from here, so that'll leave about a 6-hour drive in the morning, and I should still be able to make delivery tomorrow. I asked if they cared at Funtown. We have to make an appointment, so I have an appointment for Wednesday morning, and if I show up early, it sounds like they're good with that. So I'm gonna still try and make delivery tomorrow, early afternoon, find some cars. Courtney's actually on Central Dispatch right now looking around, and I'll look around some more tonight, and then she'll probably do some calling tomorrow morning as long as everything's going all right, and get some booked for the way home, I think. I'm not sure yet if I'm gonna head back to Indiana and grab another one and then go home, or if I'm gonna grab some cars and go straight home and then go to Indiana. I'm not sure. They backed the weather off. Now they're talking it's not supposed to hit back at home until Tuesday night, so they backed it off almost 24 hours. So I was looking at the radar. They were supposed to be getting it about now, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock right now, something like that. And they were supposed to be getting it around 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And when I looked at the radar, it's still up in northern South Dakota and North Dakota, so it hasn't even worked its way down south yet. So I don't know if the whole front just slowed down or what, but when I checked the forecast this morning for winds, there wasn't this bad of winds. I think 9 mile an hour out of the northwest is what it was showing, and it's actually blowing about 15 mile an hour to the south right now. So apparently my weather app, both weather apps were wrong. These guys are just rocking sitting here, and I got trucks next to me. So we're gonna finish off at 30, get back on the road, and probably call it a night in Springfield. I think that's gonna be the plan. All right, so change the plan again. I am going to park it. The wind is picking up even more yet. Kind of next to these trucks, so it's not so bad right here. So I'm gonna park it now, and then I can be on the road about 2:30 in the morning. But I'm right at 11 hours from the dealer, and I don't drive the speed limit, so I'm probably not quite gonna make it. But the wind looks a lot better in the overnight hours, so that's what we're gonna do for now. I'm just gonna park it, take off in the morning, and find somewhere to park somewhere within an hour or so of the dealership, and then we'll just deliver Wednesday morning, and then I'll have a full day to pretty much drive home. From Denton to my house is actually a little over 11 hours, so I can actually get pretty close to home. So hopefully I can get that far before the weather turns to crap. So they keep playing with the forecast, so I don't know what they're really talking. I was just checking it out here a minute ago, and they have it backed off to, it's not supposed to hit our place till 9 o'clock tomorrow night. So like I said, it's almost a little over a full 24 hours they backed that off. So we're gonna get on Central, mess around on that for a while, run over to back across the street to Love's, take a shower, and see if I can fall asleep. Get some sleep before we get up bright and early. So let's see what the morning brings. Alright, it's 2:30. I'll let the truck warm up, then we'll go do our pre-trip. Already checked straps and tires and stuff, but I'm gonna check the oil and all that good stuff. All the lights already work. Went in, got some coffee. There's I'll show you here in a minute, but there's 2 trucks that actually just parked right in the fuel islands and shut it down for the night. One truck's shut off and one truck's running, but he's got his front curtain pulled. Surprised they let him get away with that, I guess. But there's just not enough truck parking anywhere. always a struggle if you're parking later at night and whatnot. The love's over there. I don't know if you can see it or not, if it's too dark, but I think it might be too dark for the camera. But there's trucks all over the side street over there. There's trucks parked in the entryway over here too. And it's just awful dark up there. I highly doubt the camera's gonna pick any of that up. But so we're gonna try and actually make it all the way to Denton, which I don't think I'm going to, but we'll see. GPS says it's like 10 hours and 50 minutes, so like I said, I don't drive the speed limit, especially when the speed limit's 80 or whatever on the interstate. I don't go over 70, so I don't think we're gonna make it tonight, but we'll just drop first thing in the morning. The wind is calmed down a lot, but it's still pretty breezy out. And it's still out of the south, so I'm gonna have a nice headwind. So fuel mileage is not gonna be the greatest either today. But last night when the wind had picked up, pretty much all the trucks, everything, everybody, I don't think anybody was really doing over 70. There was a couple random ones that would go flying by you doing 75, but for the very most part of all the trucks, 62 to 65 was about it yesterday. So I just kind of got in line with them and just stayed behind a truck or whatever and let them cut the wind, but it was single file full of trucks anyway, so everybody's kind of doing the same thing. So I'm hoping the wind dies down some more yet. It's supposed to die down by, well, it's supposed to start slowing down about 1 a.m. I'm not sure if that's when it started dying out or not, but it's not near as bad as it was last night. And I think it's supposed to be fairly calm until, I think it was about 10 o'clock. And I checked all the way down to Dallas, and there's supposed to be a south wind, and it's supposed to change to the north. So when it changes to the north, we'll be in good shape. Sounds like it's getting pretty icy at home. I talked to my brother a little bit last night, and he sent me a little video. He's got I don't know what it is, like a 95-ish, I don't know, Ford Ranger. That's just a little run around truck. It's 2-wheel drive, and it's 5-speed. He had it in 5th gear and doing 25 mile an hour and stepped on it, and the speedometer shot straight up to like 80 right now. He's like, it's getting a little slick. And then I seen on Facebook there's a group, just a chatter page that's for like my hometown, and seen a lot of people talking about the roads are getting icy already, and that was at like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, somewhere, probably about 6 o'clock. And I think it was about 8 o'clock. I was laying down trying to get some sleep, and everybody's talking about how their lights are flickering and stuff, and there's a lot of ice in the ground. So all that is working its way south and east. So, and then I think down in Arizona and stuff, they got some rain, but that cold front's supposed to catch up with that. So Wednesday's supposed to be icy in the Dallas and Denton area, so I'm hoping to actually make it tonight, so in the morning I can just try and clock out of there. But it definitely sounds like the weather's going to be an interesting situation for the week. So I think that's it for right now, and we're gonna get on the road, get some coffee, and it's calling my name. gonna park for the day. We made it to Ardmore, Oklahoma. We're an hour away from our drop in Denton. I did not get near as far today as I planned on this morning, cutting across Missouri. It went from 51 degrees to 27, I think it got down to. And that all happened probably within an hour. And ran through some rain, some storms, which wasn't bad. And then once I got through that first initial front, and the temp started dropping, there was nothing on the radar until I got to, I'm not sure where it was. I think it was right before I got fuel. But yeah, another little front kind of blew up, and it was like misting. It wasn't actually raining, and that's when the temp dropped, the wind picked up, so I was rocking and rolling pretty good. And then the mirror started freezing up, windshield started freezing up. People were still driving 80. I was just waiting for that point of the wet roads to transition over to ice. And you guys got some stuff, maybe not. But yeah, people were still driving 80 mile an hour. I slowed down to about 60 just because I didn't want to be doing 70 mile an hour and then have it transition, and you don't really know it until it happens. But I mean, it was 60 some degrees yesterday, and then in the 50s this morning. The ground probably had quite a bit of warmth to it, so it was probably going to take a while, but I didn't want to find out the hard way and end up in the middle of a demo derby. And the wind has kind of remained higher than it was supposed to be today, so I'm standing behind the campers kind of out of the wind. Got to, is it Ardmore? Like I said, we're at the pilot, and when I pulled in here at 2:37, I think is when I pulled in, this place is already about 3/4 full, and it's been filling up and filling up since I've been here. So I think pretty much all that's left. I think there's a couple in this row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know the row over there is full. There's 6 over here, and then it's pretty much just the reserved, and it's 3 o'clock right now. It's crazy how fast these places fill up. And every rest area I passed this morning, so I got on the road, 2:30, 3 o'clock, something like that. And every rest area on the road, every on and off ramp was just packed with trucks. So I want to know where this trucker shortage is. There is definitely a truck parking shortage. That's where kind of doing singles was nice. When you didn't have a camp run, you could pretty much park wherever you wanted. A lot of garbage here. None of these truck stops are very clean anymore. So looking at the forecast for tonight, we're talking ice after midnight for here. I think right now currently it's like 33 or 32 degrees. The sun's got some heat to it though, so it feels good standing back here in the sun and out of the shade. So they're talking ice after midnight, and then by 7 a.m. I believe, it says heavy snow, and that lasts till, I think it was like noon or something, somewhere in there. So I don't know, I might just take off a little early to see if I can't get into the yard and just wait till 9 till they open, so at least I'm there with the campers to unload. And then I guess we'll figure out what we're doing. I haven't called on anything on central dispatch yet. Just not really sure what I want to do. Everything north is going to be ice, wind. The whole central U.S. isn't looking good. I'm not sure. Might get stuck camping out in the rest area or truck stop or something like that for a few days after we drop. Not sure what's going to happen. But, let's see. And then I got a question for you guys. Would you rather see, like in a video, the whole trip start to finish from like Indiana to drop off, or would you guys rather see like updates like every day? I've kind of heard both a little bit, but I can do videos every day. Not that big of a deal, but I just figure it's kind of more interesting, I suppose, when there's more to it than like just days where I drive all day long. It's not like I'm really gonna go sightseeing and check out cool places and show them off. But I just got done eating supper. Made some taquitos. If you guys have a generator, I highly recommend getting an air fryer. It's like a little toaster oven air fryer. I got it at Walmart. It was like 30 bucks, 40 bucks maybe, something like that. That is my favorite little gadget in the truck. And our laptop took a crap at home for our business stuff, so we ended up getting 2 laptops because it was kind of difficult when I was on the road or the wife wasn't at home or something. So now we both have laptops. They're linked together so we can get all the business stuff. So I just got done doing some of that stuff too, so laptop's nice. But yeah, that toaster oven air fryer combo thing, that is definitely a recommended to get. I use that way more than my microwave, I think. And it's just nice having like warm actual food instead of microwave food, because you can kind of bake whatever. I actually did ribeyes in it once. Makes a mess, but it's really good. Yeah, I guess, I don't know. We're gonna sit here for a few hours, I think. I don't think I'm better off leaving early and just sitting at the dealership and trying to beat the snow, or what to do. I know how it is down south. A lot of these guys aren't used to the snow and ice, and it seems like they have pile-ups more frequently when they have snow and ice. But I did notice they were putting pre-treat down. You can see the white lines in the road where they're putting the salt brine or calcium chloride, whatever they call it, down. I didn't see any of that in Missouri, but once I got into Oklahoma, they have a lot of it down. It turned my truck white. It turned the front of the campers white from the dust. So I think that's all I got for right now, and then we'll get dropped in the morning, hopefully, fingers crossed. And then after that, we'll just see what kind of a curveball we get thrown and what we decide to do, I guess. Actually, it looks like they mowed here recently. There's fresh tracks in the dirt from like a lawnmower. Oh, you can see that in the mud over there? Huh. Not by us, snow blowers. Yeah, that is cool. So, yeah, these straps in the wind, and they're not like super tight, but they definitely made a big difference. Honestly, when you strap them down like this, for the guys that have pulled like the big Fusion toy haulers, big triple axle fifth wheels, that's almost exactly what this feels like. But it's a lot more stable. That back end doesn't swing out on you like when you get this good side winds with the camper. A lot more tongue weight, so a lot more stable. So, alright, well I think that'll do it for this evening, and then we'll see you guys again in the morning. Well, I was gonna get up at, or be on the road by 6:30. I got up at 6 and I could hear the tinging on the roof. We are currently in a pretty good ice storm. It's 8:30 and it's still icing and ice pelleting. Pretty good, actually. Now that I think about it. My pocket, I just felt that when I put my hand in there. Yeah, the parking lot's pretty slick. There's just as many trucks that are leaving this morning as there are pulling right back in. But let's see, there ain't really any cars on the interstate. As soon as one goes by, I'll kind of show you they're not moving very fast. You can see that far, but yeah, vehicles are not moving that fast. It's like the parking lot is sick and it's slick and it is still icy. Well, I'm just gonna chill out here. Looking at the radar, it should be over there shortly. So I don't know. Maybe the sun gets a little higher. Maybe these clouds will clear out too. It'll help the ice. We're just hanging out in the parking lot at Pilot, I guess, until we decide to take off. So I don't want to get there too terribly late, so I'm not sure how that works. I'm not allowed to call the dealership. My dispatcher has to call, so I might call him here a little bit, tell him where I'm at, what I'm doing, and make sure the dealership's even open, I guess. That'll be the next thing, dealership probably closes. So I'll just see what time and the weather brings us. I called the dealer, and they are open. I said by Denton it's not bad at all. And then I've been talking to some guys on the radio, and where I'm at right now and then going north is the worst. And I don't have to get about 10 miles south, and they said it starts clearing up quite a bit on the roads anyway. So we're gonna head out and take our time. They're talking this winter storm warning that they're in is supposed to go all the way through 6 p.m. Thursday, so tomorrow night. So I'm gonna get down there hopefully slowly and get unloaded, and then I'll just take my time heading back. I think I'm just gonna go home. This storm track that this is going is heading up to the northeast, so I don't feel like driving all the way in this crap all the way back to Indiana. So I'll probably just work my way back home. And I found some cars in Oklahoma City going up to Omaha, and I haven't called and booked them yet. They were on there last night. I just checked, they're still on there. So I kind of bet with these storms, this storm that I'm in right now is actually hammering Oklahoma City pretty good, and it's going to be there for a while. So I don't imagine them are going to disappear too quickly. And I'll probably just work my way back up there tonight. And if it's bad again, I'll probably just park by there and then maybe grab those cars in the morning if they're still on Central or something else. Talk to the wife back at home. Everything weather-wise is all right there, but she said it's 24 below zero. So it's frigid cold. They actually had a 2-hour late start for school because of the wind chill. But it's still kind of, it's more of a light dusting of snow now. The ice has quit. The temperature's dropped. It's now 19 degrees. But yeah, so that's what the parking lot looks like now. There for a while, it was like one truck in, one truck out, one truck in, one truck out. They're coming in and parking as fast as the guys were pulling out. So I haven't seen a whole lot of trucks coming in the last 20 minutes, half hour. There's been a lot more pulling out again. So the truck stop was pretty full about an hour ago. So we got the truck warming up, trying to defrost the windshield. Let's get out and scrape it here in a second. And probably not going to fill up with fuel here. It's pretty high. There ain't much of a discount here. But there is a 1.9 truck stop just south of here that's got diesel for $3.40 a gallon. So that's just north of Denton. So I'll probably drop the campers, and then on the way back I'll fill up with fuel there. We'll just kind of see how it goes and how far we make it today. We're just going to take it slow and steady. Well, let's wish us luck. Well, we made it. It is. Well, can't slide on it. But I spun the tires a few times trying to go up some hills. So I did about 40 mile an hour the whole way here. There's a lot of traffic passing me, but 22 people in the ditch, plus that accident, and there's a couple spots where you can see people were in the ditch and then got back out. We're gonna go in, turn our paperwork in, and I don't know, I might just make it back up to the 1-9 truck stop, get some fuel there. That's where it's cheapest, and maybe stay there till tomorrow, because it's not very good once they get 20 miles north of here. It got a little better, but it is horrible after that. So we're gonna get unloaded and figure out what our game plan is for the rest of the day. Okay, we got delivered. Everything is slick here. Couldn't even really push the trailers off the camper, or off my trailer. The guy was helping me, and of course their yard is facing downhill and we got to push uphill. I wanted to swing around, but he didn't want me to face that way. So he helped me get them off, but we were both struggling a little bit. Then, let's see, we got unloaded. He's got the trailer all packed up. He was doing his inspections, and then it's starting now rain. I don't know if you can see it on my window or not, but scraped all the ice off the truck so I could at least see out my windshield. And we're gonna start heading to Oklahoma City. I have not booked that load yet. There was a couple of them there I was interested in. They're still on Central, but it sounds like Oklahoma City and Tulsa are not good weather-wise, so I'm not sure if I'm even gonna make it there, so I don't want to book them yet. And if I don't get them, we'll just look for something else or that, or just head home and wait for this crapshoot for weather to get over with this week. It's not supposed to be good through Saturday in South Dakota, Iowa, Nebraska, so I'm kind of worried. I'd rather get home than sit in the truck for 3, 4, 5 days, whatever, waiting out weather every time I run into it. So we're gonna run up to the 1-9 truck stop up here a few miles, top off with fuel. And then see how far we make it. But it looks like the storm's working its way to the northeast. It's kind of heading out of Tulsa right now. And if I head home, I won't be going through Tulsa. I'll be by it, but not through it. So well, let's see what happens. That'll be the end of this video. I think I got plenty enough for this one, so it'll probably be long enough the way it is. That accident where those 2 cars were piled up, that actually happened. I was coming down a hill, and that's kind of on the overpass after the exit. I want to say it's like exit or something. I don't know. You'll see probably the sign in 474, 475. I don't know. You'll see the sign in the video. But I was actually coming down the hill, and I didn't see exactly what happened, but all of a sudden I seen taillights come on, and the back of that vehicle jumped up in the air. So I don't know if that vehicle that rear-ended was stopped or was going way slower, and they couldn't stop, but the road was a little slick there. It wasn't bad, but it was a little slick, and nobody will slow down here. You could clearly see in some spots where it would go from wet road to just a sheet of ice. It would just be white, and I had cars just flying past me. There was quite a few of us only doing like 40, 45. I was doing that 45 to 50 unless I'd catch up to a line, then I'd just kind of hang out with them and leave some space. But going up hills, I kept breaking the back tires loose, so I put it in 4-wheel drive, and I wouldn't give it any more throttle going up hills. I let the truck just kind of slow down, and every now and then you can kind of feel the whole truck shimmy left and right because it's slipping just a little bit. Well, people don't realize how slick it is sometimes, I think. Probably why there's probably like a 35-mile stretch from the pilot to 15 miles, I suppose, into Texas. Probably like a 35, 40-mile stretch. I counted 22 vehicles, either in the ditch, a flatbed pulling them out, or you could see where one had gone in and has been recently taken out. There's still mud and stuff on the shoulder. So 22 vehicles in under 40 miles. You'll see those vehicles in that one pickup upside down, whatever, and everybody just keeps flying. So I don't care. I'll be that slowpoke, I guess. But at least I'm gonna get where I'm going in one piece. I might have to call a wrecker to pull me out of the ditch. So, oh yeah, that'll end this one. And the next video, you'll see me trying to get home, I guess. I'm picking up some cars, but we'll see you in the next one.